magnitude can be done the way, you know. Good evening, Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. I'm in Newark again, and I'm very happy to be here with no other than Street Doctor. Street Doctor. Street Doctor, we talked last week.
Yes.
And I thought that was a very good interview.
Excellent.
We talked about politics, we talked about social justice and things of that nature. But where I guess I'm stuck on is the counting of the Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
You know, the counting of the Rice Krispies. And I'm stuck there, you know, that you were in solitary confinement for 10 years.
10 years, bro.
Wow. So, walk us through that. What is that like, Mr. Doctor?
That's where it happened. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because once I got in there, I said, how am I going to do this? See, it didn't start off with 10 years.
Okay.
The name of the title was MCU, which stands for Maximum Control Unit.
Okay.
And as I explained to you before,
and that was in Trenton State Prison?
It's Trenton.
Okay.
And what happened was every 90 days, they'll interview you, and then they'll keep getting you 90 days all the way up.
So you mean every 90 days out of that 10 years you were being interviewed?
Yeah.
To get out of what they call a hole?
Let's see how you progress, but it always fake. And what I say fake is because you don't supposed to have nobody in that cell for that long. So he said, no, we bring them up every 90 days, but they're 90 days to death, but they 90 days me to death for 10 years.
So what was that like on you? What was that in your you know, the 90 days? I guess the first few, you had an ambition that you would get out.
Right.
So then when they sent you back, I mean...
What you mean sent me back?
Sent you back into the hole.
No, I was there. I never got out.
But you said you were being interviewed every 90 days to get out.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I'm talking about the enthusiasm about, okay, right, you know, I got 10 more days to be my 90-day up.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go up and I'm going to talk to some people and maybe I'll get out, right?
Right.
Okay. But then when you went through that and you did not get out, you had to go back down to the hole.
That's when I bucked.
Meaning?
And that's right. That means that one day when I came out my cell, I didn't go back in.
Okay.
And so they said, okay, lock in. I say, no. They said, we don't have no paperwork on you getting out, you know? So I said, I know. God said, that's it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
And how many years were you in?
That was like what, about about 7 to 6 years. It was too long, man.
That you said, no, I'm not going back in.
I ain't going back in. So
Okay.
what they did, they came, called some more police and
correctional officers.
Yeah, and also and sprayed me and what have you, took me to another lockup, which was AXA.
Was who?
AXA. That's another lockup. No, AXA. That's another lockup for population.
Now you saying AXA and
AXA, yeah, ADSEG, AXA. Just all these lockups.
Okay.
So they sent me there, and I did my time there, and then later on I got released.
And you were 10 years. So actually you were 10 years. You weren't around general population for 10 years.
No.
So when you were in that cell, were you by yourself?
Yeah.
So what contact did you have with anybody within that 10
No
years?
contact.
So for 10 years you had no contact with nobody?
Only contact I had was with God.
But you did say someone was next door to you.
Yeah, James Scott.
James Scott.
Yeah.
So y'all could holler at each other?
Yeah, we holler.
But you never seen each other?
Yeah. You know, and when I say never seen each other, we was coming out to wreck, then they stopped that because this is another segment, brother, where they build the cages, and we refused to go in the cage.
So they built a cage in the rec area?
Right.
So you can be there, but
we never went in there.
But you were supposed to be in the rec area, but
Yeah.
in a cage.
Yeah, but we never went in.
Wow. Talk about
And
that.
that's why,
Human
that's,
iron curtain.
and that's the
That's like
cruel and unusual punishment. The eighth
that's
amendment.
an iron curtain there.
But it's all right, because what I did, I started reading and studying.
So they would let you have books.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, we got everything the population got, but we just couldn't be around them.
Wow.
Because we was troublemakers and all that stuff. And just like I told you before, they had everybody up there. Klansmen, 5%ers, black Muslims, BLA, Black Liberation Army, bikers, anybody that bucked.
They had them up there.
They had them up there. And what happened was is that we all stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Wow.
we all stuck together and say, listen, is anybody going in that cage? Say no. And that's when we never
So
went in the
you
cage.
formed the unity
Go ahead, man.
among the different tribes.
Right. Go ahead.
And then you guys stated white, black, whatever it was.
Whatever.
Y'all wasn't going back in the
we
cage.
wasn't going in the cage.
So shut the whole thing down.
Shut it down. And so and
You got it.
okay, yeah, because I don't want to
Yeah, you
start. Yeah, you know.
So,
yeah,
so where did the philosophy come in your mind that you were going to count a box of Rice Krispies, that you were going to count each one, and explain to us how you did that?
Okay, that was another hole. I know you said, damn, how many holes you been in?
Right.
So this was another hole where they took my books and everything. And just to keep my
Sanity.
go ahead, brother. Right? I counted cereal. It was a small box.
So they gave you a box of cereal,
And I just started counting. And it was 1,759 Rice Krispies in the box.
in a small box.
Small box.
And let me ask you this right here, Street Doctor. In counting it, how long did it take you? What was the time frame?
I just started counting.
So was it a day or was
Yeah,
it?
definitely a day.
So then you would write down how much?
And I said I'll never forget this count. Then from there, I went into the time. I broke the time down.
Okay, now help us with that.
It's 86,400 seconds in a day. I don't care how you do it, you're gonna come up with that number.
And this right here before Google and before
all that.
Siri,
No,
Siri,
all
where
that.
we can contact and ask them how many seconds in a day.
I was that. And know where that came from? A brother named Malcolm X. When he was in the hole, he learned the dictionary. He put that in memory. And I put that in memory. The Rice Krispie and the 86,400 seconds in a day. Couldn't get the dictionary.
But you put that.
I got them.
Because they had taken all your literature from you.
Exactly.
So they were basically hoping that you would revert back to early man time.
Right.
Barbaric time.
Barbaric.
When you club each other over the head.
That's-
without
no,
even thinking
for real.
twice. No, seriously. No. I mean,
And then
take you back
this-
to the Stone Age.
And then this hole that I was in, you couldn't even flush your toilet.
Jesus.
The officer had to flush your toilet.
So how often would he
I
flush?
stayed in there for a month. That was another hole.
And how
So some-
often would he spitefully not flush it?
Sometime. All depends on his
Who's off?
attitude. You
Wow.
know? Yeah. Excuse me. Hello?
It's going to be on the tape.
No, I'm outside. I'm around. They filming now. I'm around the crowd in the back.
That right there, I want to say it's quite an adventure, but to say adventure, you would say in terms of happiness. That's what we say. That was quite an adventure, but that was
Brother,
quite a journey.
Journey. They say,
Yep.
I love you, brother. They say life is a journey, not
Yes.
a destination. I had to go through that is to become who I am. The street doctor.
So, okay, after the 10 years of solitary confinement,
Come on.
did you get free after that, or did you go into population?
Thank you. All right. Now, out of that time that I did them 10 years,
Yes, sir.
don't forget, I became a lawyer.
Right.
See, all this came from them 10 years. I became a philosopher.
Oh, okay, but
Come on.
stop it now.
Come on.
But okay, but after the 10 years, what I'm saying now,
Come on.
after the 10 years, did you get out and become that, or did you do that in the prison?
No, that's what I'm telling you now.
So when you went
So,
back in the general population,
they shipped me out.
They ship you out.
to a place called Northern State.
That's over by the
That's
airport.
another. That's right. That's
Okay.
another joint.
Okay.
And what happened was, I started continuing my law.
Okay.
So all them 10 years, I came out with phenomenal experience.
So, okay,
Come
so
on.
you did 10 years in solitary confinement,
Right.
and then you did another, what, 10 or another 7?
No. Thank you. I came out, and I did. I forgot how much
10.
time I did. No, I came out, and I started going to. Okay, I'm around the back. They filming me. All right.
So you did 10 years in solitary
So
confinement.
now I'm in Northern State.
Okay, and that's
So I
after that 10 years
it's
from
after the 10 years.
Okay, all right.
So now I'm working on my case, State versus McKinley. Okay, it was a drug case. So fast forward, in the motion, I went back to my original charge. I said drugs made me rob banks.
Okay.
Because
Drugs can make you do a lot of things.
Yeah, because drugs is just the case. Drugs is a disease.
Yes, it is.
So I put in a motion. They granted the motion, but they had to change my time because I had a lot of time. I had a 58-year stint.
Jesus.
So they changed the time, and then they sent me to a drug program.
Oh.
That's how I got out.
But at that time, you had already kicked the drug habit.
Yeah, shit, you talking about what?
17 years later.
Yeah, she with me. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So you had already kicked the drug program at that time.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Wow. Well, that is quite an experience, street doctor.
I mean, I'm traveling hard to get ready. If I didn't go through that,
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't be here with you.
Well, I talked to Salam Ishmael. He said
Come
the
on.
reason why he called you street doctor because you were going into the schools
In the
talking
school.
to the young people with a doctor
With the doctor uniform on.
Now, what inspired you to go with a doctor uniform on that you had no credentials?
I
that you
would-
were a doctor?
Thank you, sir. When I first went in, the kids were so wild. So I said, wow, who is you? And, all they was going. So I said, I'll be back. So when I said, you know what, I got to change outfit. And I went and put on a doctor's outfit.
Okay, you have stethoscope and everything?
I had everything.
Oh my God.
So when I go back in, when I went back in, I just went wow. I said, all right, everybody shut up. So they look, who is this guy? Then I told my story. See, everybody like drama.
Sure.
So when I introduced myself as a ex-bank robber, I got their attention.
Sure.
Did you hide any of that money?
Right.
So I got that attention. That's how that happened.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Wow, street doc, that is deep. And Jesus. So you had quite a journey from.
Brother.
So all right,
yes.
let's go back to when you first got out of the hole and you went back into general population. What was it like to finally come among people that you could shake your fellow man brother's hand?
It wasn't nothing to shake because I was already, I'm programmed now from that solitary confinement is to get prepared for my mission.
I understand that.
Can I say something? I gotta say this.
It's your interview.
It's Harriet Tubman. What Harriet Tubman got, no, it's a scene. When she went back to get her husband,
Sure.
it's a deep scene. And,
You seen the movie? I guess.
huh?
Did you see the movie?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm taking to. No, that's my girl.
Okay.
I'd be buried in my grave before I'd be a slave.
Sure.
I would have freed more slaves only if they knew they were slaves.
Yes.
So when she went back, this segment in the movie is to get her husband, right? Her husband had got married and got kids and all this stuff. And what happened was it hurted her. It hurted her. Okay? So the mission was bigger than her husband.
Sure.
You know why I brought that up? that's the answer.
Yeah,
but
that's the parallel answer.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, yes, sir. Wow, wow. But you know, I guess for the audience, I just wanted to know, you know, years ago they would show chimpanzees and they would do the research like in the 70s, 73, 74, where they would take one and put them in absolute isolation.
Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, that's part of our education instruction.
Yeah.
Okay. And when they brought him back, he was, you know, he was very wobbly among the other ones. And it took him, you know, I don't know, they never showed him majestic. So what I just wanted to know from you was when that was happening, when you finally came back in the general population, what was it? Was you excited? Was you like, hey man, now I'm finally getting to see people, man. I can interact like me and you're doing right now. You know what I mean? I can touch somebody. Did you go through those robotic steps where you actually, you know, move?
But and see,
Like
I was good. Right. I was good in sports with the boxing and basketball.
Sure.
So that just put me right back in. Okay. But at the same time, I was trying to get out of there. So I studied a lot of law is to get that time back.
Did you get out of jail altogether?
All together, brother.
Oh, okay. So you studied, became a lawyer,
Yes.
and you represent your own self, I imagine?
Under Ferretta versus California.
Oh, wow. So you know all the terms?
All the terms, everything. Because 10 years. The last book I read is called What Makes the Great Great. If I had 8 hours to chop down the tree, I would spend 6 hours sharpening my axe. You know, so I studied. So I'm thankful to God. God, why me? So I guess he got tired of asking, why not you? Get me prepared for this mission.
Get you prepared for your journey. So when you got basically back in the general population, that was almost like being on Disney World.
That's right. That's right.
Because nothing phased you no more.
But I had to go through that solitary confinement.
Right. To make the diamond, to cut the shape, to shape the rock.
Go ahead. And you know what, brother? And I always think when I first got busted, and when they put me in that cell, okay, and that voice, remember when you did this and pop, 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 pop. That was the beginning of the journey.
Let me interject this right here. I'm going to go back to the 10 years of solitary confinement.
Anything.
During that time, could you get visitors?
Yeah.
So you could get visitors?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no contact.
So basically behind glass?
Yeah.
Did you get many visitors?
No.
So basically, most of you guys just lean off of each other's energy.
Exactly.
So as we come to a conclusion of this segment, I want to talk to you about the importance of the census. What you think?
The census and the vote, which me and you was talking about. And I hope the listener in the audience, right? This is a very serious time that we in. That census, which I'm working on, and the vote.
And the vote.
Just like I said, the last time I voted was with the Obama thing, and all the prisoners we can vote.
You were the first to vote.
I was the first one, and we can vote. So we working on that now.
You say the prisoners can vote now?
Yeah. I was the first one. So I'm just saying, just think all the prisoners will vote now. That's something big now.
Yes, that is.
Because how many people, you understand, that's been locked up in prison?
Now, all right, how would they calculate it? How would they calculate the addresses for the people that vote that's in prison? Like, will they say, all right, if Zachariah was in Broadway, will they connect me with Newark, or how would they do that? How do they, what's the gears on it?
Whatever your address. Okay, East Orange, Newark, Irvington,
Well, now, okay, do that mean that you can vote in every election or just the general election?
every election.
So if you're in jail, you can vote for the mayor also?
No, not if you're in jail, if you're out.
You said the prison?
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that's out.
Okay. Not the ones that's in prison?
No.
Okay.
The ones that's out.
Okay.
And just like that picture I sent you, I was out. I'm in front of the city hall.
Okay, yeah.
You know? And that's why they asked me is to get up and speak.
Well, you have a worthwhile story for people to listen to.
For real, bro.
And I would hope that someone could turn into a movie, a small sitcom.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Because the energy that you have, you know, it can help a lot of people.
That's right.
It can help a lot. But one thing I don't detect bitterness. You don't seem to be bitter for journey. Are you bitter?
Sometimes you just say, calm down. No, I'm a walking tomboy.
Yeah.
But know what I do though? From that hole, okay? From that hole, them 10 years,
Yes, sir.
I'm not afraid of you, I'm afraid of what I do to you.
Right, sure.
I gotta drop this,
go ahead.
because I'm real. I came across that the day was ready to snap out because I got a van over there, and then they talking about towing my van. I'm telling them because you got to have what they call a decal. Right. But I live here.
Well, can't you get a decal? They only give it to you.
No, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. But, excuse me, but I was waiting on the people, you know, to get from whatever, is to fix it. They say, no, that's it. You gotta move that, we're gonna tow that. So I gotta get that out of there, right? Thank God for her. And just move it because they said that spot that I got, I'm using that for storage.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't actually have designated spots?
No.
Okay. So they want to see you move it among the other spots. So even if you could move it to another spot would be good?
No. Get it out of there. That spot.
Okay. But will you be allowed to move it to another spot?
They ain't got no choice with that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna move it to another spot. They just want it out of there.
They don't want to start setting that spot.
Go ahead, bro. That's all. I just
want you to circulate. Okay.
Just to let the people know that these is other things that I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even though I'm helping people and whatever.
You still have issues.
I still have issues, and if it wasn't for some
good friends,
real
good backers.
That's right.
God given back.
You better go.
Yes, I understand.
He done felt.
I understand. I felt the energy. I felt the energy.
You felt the energy.
I felt the energy.
Any more questions? Anything,
I mean,
brother?
you know.
I just feel comfortable
since
with you.
that we are, we're in the 9th month, and of course, the 9th month brings the 10th month, and the 10th month, the 3rd, that Tuesday, November 3rd, that's on everyone's mind.
Get out the vote.
Get out the vote and
them census.
And the census.
Them two. That's the biggest
do you have
thing
a
in America
favorite
today.
that if you want to comment, you don't have to. Do you have a favorite for who you would like to see be the next president? Whether it's the one that's in office, or because January he'll become the next. If he win, he'll be the next. So, or you have a favorite?
No, I'm going with Biden and what's her name?
Kamala.
Kamala, yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Kamala.
And Harris?
Miss Harris.
Miss Harris. I call her Madam Harris.
Madam Harris.
Yeah.
All right.
Because one thing about her, what I see, she talked back.
Yeah. Okay.
Biden, he all right, but that Miss Harris, she a fireball. She fight back.
I think what we all waiting on is the actual debate. That's going to tell a whole lot.
A lot.
And it seemed to be that, no one seems to know when the debate is going to be.
I know.
That's the debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump would be like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think the whole world, not only us, the whole world is waiting on that debate.
They wait.
So, you know, somehow they need to do it. If they're going to do it on Zoom or they're going to do it, but it needs to be done. That debate needs to be done. So, you know, we're running, you know, we're getting short, and, you know, people get impatient, you know, so we, you know, and so we really need to see that debate.
Right.
Okay, again, I'm going to conclude this right here. Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. Good night.